Action is underway, and out on the jam and moving on the play is number 18, Rosetta Saunders for the Red Devils, who lead this game 18-17. This is Bay Area roller derby action coming your way, featuring the Bombers and the Red Devils. From Kezar Pavilion in San Francisco, and that's Saunders going by for a point in there for the Red Devils. She's going to get more. Laszlo's the only one she hasn't passed now. The chase is on. Saunders chasing Laszlo. Trying to catch Laszlo. The only one she hasn't passed on this play. It's a big play for the Red Devils. So it's roller skating action coming away in the Bomber Chiefs Network, featuring the Red Devils, the Bay Area Bombers from Kezar Pavilion, Golden Gate Park in the city of San Francisco. The score now is the Red Devils 23 and the Bombers 17. This is Walt Harris calling the action. We've had tremendous action in this game. You folks in the Chief Network, I'll be telling you later on about a summer series coming up. One game only in the towns I mentioned. Just the only action this summer. And it'll be against this Red Devil team. Your Chiefs against this powerful Red Devil club. Fans up the Northwest will be telling them about some action coming up their way. A lot of information coming up, so you might get a piece of paper and a pencil. Have it handy to jot down that information when I pass it along. Here we go. Rose Duran, the blocker out in front. Getting by her is Ortiz. Or did she get by her? Ortiz is by her now. She's out on the jam at 36. Armida Ortiz for the Bombers. Now with her is Catherine Shaw, 16 for the Red Devils. Secondary jam is back there on the 17. Aloha, Linda Villanueva, giant Samoan girl skater. Battling with little Kathy Pulliam. These jammers are not gaining on the pack. Battling, but not gaining much ground. They're moving a little bit. In their battle, they're not gaining on the pack. Now they've got it. Walker Ortiz by Rosetta Saunders, 18 of the Red Devils. Dolores Tucker, 34, doing the job for the Bombers on Catherine Shaw, number 16 of the Red Devils. They're the big finish skaters. Tucker goes back there blocking for 2 seconds. 1, and that's it. No score on the jam. It remains 23-17. The Red Devils lead the Bombers. Trainer there, Jerry Menez, to check with Armida Ortiz. She went down hard. She was skated right across a teammate and tripped. Fans that the Bay Bombers are going to go down to Phoenix and skate at the Arizona Coliseum. It won't be till August 31st, but it's something to look forward to. And to Tucson at the Tucson Community Center on September 1st at 8 p.m. Games to look forward to. Arizona. Out on the jam, Marcia Gibbs, number 11. And she is chasing Carol Peanuts-Meyer. She's caught her. Boy, they're hitting in that back. Calvello and Laszlo at the rear of the back. Look at them go in there. Look at it. Blocks in there. Hard blocks. Calvello and Tucker. Here come the Jammers, so they better worry about the Jammers. Carol Peanuts-Meyer, 37 for the Bombers. Marcia Gibbs, number 11 for the Red Devils. That's Ann Cavallo, number 13. The wild, unpredictable Ann Cavallo. About 25 years of skating behind her. Blocking out Carol Meyer. Dolores Tucker, 34, doing the job for the Bombers of Marcia Gibbs. Elbow block in there by Tucker. Check the referee to make sure she's doing everything legal. Cavallo upends Carol Meyer, but it's an illegal block. She grabbed it. She did that. It'll be a point. And look out, Carol. Here comes Calvello again. Nope, not by her this time. That'll be 1 point for Carol. Cavallo in the penalty box for a minute. Here's the action. Girl trying to score. Marcia Gibbs in the 11, and Tucker puts her down to the block. That should kill the fit. Althea Gandy up there in scoring position, number 33. She's being blocked out there by Saunders. Put over the rail. There she goes out on the floor. Should be 1 point Bombers. That is it. 1 point Bombers. They have 18 on the scoreboard now, and the Red Devils have 23. You folks up in the Northwest see the Bombers in action in Eureka, California, July 23rd, Redwood Acres Fairgrounds at 8 p.m. Coos Bay, Oregon, July 25th, Marshfield Senior High School at 8 p.m. Look out. Cavallo out on the floor and trying to get back on the track, and Tucker won't give her any skating. Portland, Oregon is a big game, July 26th at the Memorial Coliseum at 2 p.m. In Tacoma, Washington, July 27th, University of Puget Sound at 8 p.m. Bellingham, Washington, July 28th, the Ice Arena. Oakville, Washington, July 30th, Oakville High School Gym at 8 p.m. That'll be skating action in your town. Stay tuned and you'll find out about the teams that will be skating there. Seattle, Washington, July 31st at the Center Arena. Spokane, Washington, August 1st at Coliseum. Yakima, Washington, August 2nd, Eisenhower High School Gym. Walla Walla, Washington, August 3rd, Community College Gym. Later on, I'll tell you folks up there about the teams that will see action. Here we go. Shaw and Saunders on the jam. Marge Laszlo moving out. Try and break it up. Whip to Saunders and Laszlo now. Not for long. Laszlo is connected. Rosetta Saunders skates away. The only jammer out is Rosetta Saunders. Saunders by herself. Laszlo down in the back. Picks herself up again. She's in the rear of the pack now, and here comes Saunders. Margie Laszlo, 38, there to block. Oh, not for long. Saunders skating up a storm. Laszlo's had a bad jam now. Laszlo breaks out of the pack again on the jams. They're all tied up there in a bunch. Laszlo takes off. Here comes Tucker on the track. Out of the penalty box. Look out here. Cavallo is burning at Saunders. One Red Devil point. 4 Bomber points. Score 24-22. The Red Devils lead with 7 seconds to go in this period. That's the end of the 5th period of play with the score. With the score, the Bay Area Bombers 22 and the Red Devils 24. Here we are, Kezar Pavilion, Golden Gate Park in the city of San Francisco. Walt Harris to call the action between the Red Devils and the Bay Area Bombers. Red Devils lead 24-22, 11:45 to go in this period. Pete Boyd whipping out. Bob Dansell, number 34, on the jam. Chasing Bob Dansell is number 11, Ted Tauscher for the Red Devils. There's the pack. Red Devils in the red and the gray. The Bombers in the orange and deep brown. Red Devil uniforms have light across the shoulders there. Dansell there, number 34, the Bombers. Number 11, Ted Tauscher of the Red Devils. Charlie O'Connell out of action in this game. He should rejoin the Bombers tomorrow. He's got a virus, been out for the last couple of days. A couple of nights ago, O'Connell had to leave the game in the 6th period. He had the virus so bad he was shaking like a leaf. He just couldn't stay out. Tauscher loses the helmet. Pete Boyd doing the blocking. Dansell can't get by JoJo Stafford, number 15, the veteran star, JoJo Stafford. Here's Woodberry back with the finishing block on Dansell. Ken Monty in the infield gave a little whip there to Tauscher to get him up there again, but time's going to run out on him. That's it. Time runs out. Pete Boyd rides them into the rail. No score on that jam. It remains 24-22. Fresh jam coming out of the track for the Red Devils. Bobby Seaver, number 13, the wild man skating with a dislocated thumb. Time he is back east against the Chiefs, he'll be in A1 shape again. Alfonso Reyes, number 16, out there for the Red Devils. Tony Roman and Charlie Turner will jam here for the Bombers. Also out is Alvin Mallory, that introduced the Bombers tonight. And Charlie Turner, taking his place, has really been skating a game. Impressed the Bomber management, no doubt about that. There he is out on the jam again. He's all hard. Charlie Turner, 33. Alfonso Reyes, 16. Big man moving with him. There comes Tony Roman to try and help Turner out and get himself out at the same time. And Bobby Seaver goes by in the process. Roman goes down. Well, the wild man Seaver has the lead. You see his arm heavily bandaged, his thumb just had the gas taken off. Look out, Stafford. Stafford was caught out of position and down, nowhere to go but try and stand on the track and help, and it didn't work as Charlie Turner went by him for the point. And all Stafford did was just about wreck half his team. 23-24 now, the Red Devils lead by just 1 point. Bobby Seaver out there skating in the big series of Red Devils against the Chiefs back east later this year. Looking forward to it because he's got a son. Look out, Stafford. Not leaving the track without doing some damage. Seaver has a son that's going in the National Judo Championships. James Paul in there now with Alfonso Reyes. They started this battling in the 2nd period. The bomber that Stafford took was still down here in the attention of Jerry Menez. Fans are applauding James Paul. wall 32. Charlie Turner, recipient of that treatment from JoJo Stafford. Meanwhile, the Red Devils are skating on the track in the back. Pete Boyd is with them. The rest of the Bombers will join Pete Boyd, and the play will get underway again. 8:24 to go here in the sixth period of play. You folks in the Chiefs Network, the only series this summer in the East will start August the 5th. It'll be this Red Devil Club against your Chiefs. August 5th game will be at Comac, New York, at the Long Island Arena. August 6th, Binghamton, New York, at the Brome County Memorial Arena. August 8th in Syracuse, New York, at the War Memorial Auditorium. August 9th at Glens Falls, New York, at the Glens Falls Senior High School Gym. Jot those days down, the dates, and remember them. I'll pass on the other dates coming up back there in a few moments. Right now, Jim Cook on the jam, 38. Charlie Gibson, the big man, number 17 for the Red Devils. It's a big Red Devil club. Jim Cook working on Charlie Gibson. Hits him again. They've caught the pack. Bob Woodberry back there, number 18. Gibson has the lead. Gil Orozco blocks him out. Cook rode into the rail by Bob Woodberry. He's moving up, but Orozco slows down Gibson. Gibson goes down. Cook goes by one man, Johnson, for 1 point. Orozco and Woodberry on the rail, and Cook gets himself another point. I think it's 2 points. I think the officials say 1. That's all that goes up on the scoreboard. Well, that makes the score 24-24. Woodberry puts Orozco over the rail and out on the floor, and Pete Boyd's going after Woodberry. Official Bill Morrissey gets in between them. Score is tied up 24-24. Don't forget to understand the game better. Get a free copy of the rules. Put your name, your address, your city, your zip code number, the station at which you watch this game on a postcard, and send it to Rules, Post Office Box 1828, Oakland, California 94604, and you will receive a free copy of the rules. Then you and I can both be wrong. 24-24, 1 point on the table, 6:25 to go. Some of the other dates back east. August 11th, New York City at the Felt Forum. That's in Madison Square Garden. It's a small 4,000-seat building, so very few seats for this big game. All seats are good, though. August 12th, Troy, New York, the RPI Fieldhouse. August 13th, Kingston, New York, Beach Memorial Stadium. On the jam, we have 4 men. Seaver can't hold it. Down he goes. Charlie Turner, Tony Roman moving away with Alfonso Reyes in pursuit. Roman waits for him. The Bombers in charge on this play. Charlie Turner, 33. Tony Roman, 37. Moving on the back. Big, bad Bob Woodberry, number 18. Back there to block. JoJo Stafford to give him some help. And we're whooping in the Holland here. These are in San Francisco. Woodberry, the block on Turner, and out on the floor. He goes out there hard. I don't see him getting up. Now he's up. Scrambles back on the track. Tony Roman, a little more cautious. 37. He'll look for a little room. Look for an opening. Moving now. Down low. He goes. Grabs him by the waist. Trying to throw him over. He gets Roman really gets it to him. Roman looks for an edge, and he found it that time. And Turner clobbers Woodberry. Woodberry chasing Turner, and the referee grabs him. Woodberry picked Roman up after Roman passed him. Was going to throw him over the rail. Roman was able to get both skates on the rail, jumped backwards. Down went Woodberry with Roman on the top, and then he bounced him. And it was Woodberry complaining to Coach Ken Monty. Well, he says, where were your coach when I needed you? 26-24 the Bombers lead the Red Devils. Those other dates for the Eastern Chief Network, don't forget. August 15th, Patterson, New Jersey, Hinchcliffe Stadium. August 16th, Springfield, Massachusetts Civic Center. August 18th, the series will end. That's August 18th in Long Island. Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. That's your Red Devil Club against your Chiefs. 1 summer series in the East. That means Bob Woodberry, Ken Monty, and Calvello. Bobby Seaver, Rosetta Sonner, JoJo Stafford, and the 240-pound female Samoan, Aloha Linda Villanueva. Many of those buildings are air-conditioned back there. On the jam, Charlie Gibson, 17, moving from the Red Devils. Bob Dansell breaks away from the pack for the Bombers. There are 4 Red Devils out there with Bob Woodberry in the penalty box, but they have the lead jammer. JoJo Stafford wearing the pivot helmet number 15. That's the black helmet. Moving on the moving wall, Pete Boyd. The up one behind him with both knees. Gibson goes by for the point. Gil Orozco passed for a point. Gibson rips over James Paul, who really racked him up with it. Looked like a flying leg tackle. James Paul's daring him to get up. Officials on the spot, though. 2 points, though, on the play for Charlie Gibson and the Red Devils, and they now tie it up 26-26. You folks in the East look forward to that one summer series, your Chiefs against this Red Devil team. Folks up in the Northwest, look forward to action here, too. Charlie O'Connell here in the Bay Area will rejoin the Bombers more lighter. Fighting the virus the last couple of days. Pete Boyd had to fill in for him in a big match race. Alfonso Reyes takes Turner out of there. Tony Roman there caught in the middle now. Bobby Seaver and Alfonso Reyes. It didn't work. It didn't work. And Roman is off and skating now. He's got Seaver behind him. He's got Pete Boyd to help him out, though. Big Pete Boyd, the moving wall. Got JoJo Stafford, 15, and Woodberry, 18. They take Roman down. Seaver over the top. He still hasn't scored. He runs into the moving wall, and that's too much for him. Roman is out. If he almost, look out. He goes for two. Teamwork for you out there. Pete Boyd spread his legs wide, covered the track. Roman went between his legs. The two blockers bounced off Boyd. They went down. Roman had two. And the Bombers lead 28-26 with great teamwork. 28-26 is the score. The Bombers lead with a minute 50 to go here in the sixth period. And they've got a Pete Boyd. Woodberry has him. I don't think he wants him, though. As Pete Boyd almost getting down on top of him, and he's on top of him now. Look out. Who's got who out there? Look out. Pete Boyd and Woodberry. Mitchell in the middle is going to take the pool right. Boy, there's Woodberry back through, and Woodberry decked him in the first half with the right hand. Everybody's standing here at Keyboard. Our director, George Lum, bringing the action. Great help from the crew. Hal Nielsen, Don Jackson, John Anderson, Ernie Fields, Ed Watkins, four directors. Ron Louis with us tonight. There's Pete Boyd. Tony Roman on the training table. Here we go with the jam. 37 seconds left in this, the sixth period of play. Ball in the jam. Charlie Gibson chasing him. I don't know if they'll end up in a jam or not, the way these two have been battling it out. 23 seconds. Paul waiting for him. He wants him to go by so he can move up on Gibson. 15. They're moving on a pocket. They've got time. Stafford cuts off James Paul. Gillarosco slams Gibson into the rail. Paul out on the floor, back on the track in a hurry. 8 seconds left. Gillarosco passed for a point. Cook blocking out Gibson now. 2 seconds. 1. That's it. 1 point Red Devils. Gibson out on the floor. The public address announcer and the official scorer over there have been running tonight because they've had skaters in their laps several times. I don't see any point chalked up on the scoreboard yet. I figure the Red Devils for one. There's the signal. They'll chalk it up now. The score here at the end of the sixth period of play officially is the Bay Area Bombers 28 and the Red Devils 27. Roller skating action coming your way from Kezar Pavilion, Golden Gate Park in San Francisco. This is Walt Harris calling the action. In this league, you see the greatest skaters in the world today on the bank track. Professionals. This is what started it all back in 1935 in Chicago. The Pioneers skate in the amphitheater. On the jam, Catherine Shaw, 16, working on Kathy Pulliam. There's the pack. Catherine Shaw in front, Pulliam alongside now. There they are. 16, that's Shaw. She's the bigger of the two. And she takes out Kathy Pulliam of the Bombers and moves on the pack now. Margie Laszlo back there to block number 38. folks. I'm Margie Laswell on the CBS Sports Illustrated show. Short time back, Frank Ford. Look out, there's Calvello running into her teammate who cuts off the jam. She had to cut it off because Calvello would have passed her a point. Woodberry on the floor behind his player's area tripped up Pulliam as she came around that time. Now that's an assumption on my part. But I saw him getting off the floor. I saw Pulliam going down. And Calvello was going to put her down again. This is keeping things under control. Trying. Woodberry now sitting on the table. There's Ann Calvello, the one and only. Pulliam being helped by trainer Jerry Menez. Here we go. This is the 7th period of play. Rose Duran out on the jam. Chasing her, Carol Penismeyer, 37 for the Bombers. Carol, ooh, she stayed up but not for long as Dolores Roberson then hit her. And Tucker and Roberson and Duran are by themselves on this jam for the Red Devils. The Red Devils certainly in charge in this play, 28-27. They trail by 1. The series, though, don't forget. There's 2 points in there. Carol Meyer is passed by both girls. They're going to score a bundle. That figures to 8 points in my book. 8 big points for the Red Devils. Boy, what a play. And just like that it happened. Red Devils lead 35-28. Don't forget, look out. Calvello and Tucker. Ooh, right high in the forehead. Knee in there by Calvello. The wild, unpredictable Ann Calvello. You folks in the Northwest, the Bay Bomber Network, look forward to seeing games up there in Eureka, California, July 23rd at the Redwood Acres Fairgrounds at 8 o'clock. Coos Bay, Oregon, July 25th, Marshfield Senior High School at 8 o'clock. Portland, Oregon, July 26th, Memorial Coliseum at 2 p.m. In Tacoma, Washington, July 27th, University of Puget Sound at 8 p.m. Bellingham, Washington, July 28th, Ice Arena. Oakland, Washington, July 30th, Oakland High School Gym at 8 p.m. Seattle, Washington, July 31st, Center Arena at 8 p.m. Spokane, Washington, August 1st, Coliseum. Yakima, Washington, August 2nd, Eisenhower High School Gym. Walla Walla, Washington, August 3rd, Community College Gym at 8 p.m. Folks in the Chief Network, I'll be reminding you in a few moments about the one summer series you've got coming up featuring the Red Devils against the Chiefs. On the jam, that takes care of Shaw. Pulliam doing the job. She's got Armida Ortiz for company, and the Bombers have 2 skaters out. Red Devils have no one out. They have one out now. Aloha Linda Villanueva, big girl. Woodberry laying on the floor here. Reached, but the Bomber girls were able to get away from him. Woodberry laying on the floor behind his player's area. Calvello out of the penalty box in a hurry. That minute went quick. Out there in time to help her team stop the threat here. You've got to change that penalty instead of 1 minute for 1 jam. She actually didn't set out anything except rest and then get in there and trying to block. Sometimes it takes 20, 30 seconds for jammers to get out, and by the time they catch it back, that minute penalty is up. I think I'll write a letter to the board of directors, see if we can't get them to change the rules so that we can say set them out for 1 jam, not for 1 minute. In that case, it really didn't hurt the Red Devils at all. .7:05 to go here in the 7th period of play. 35-28 is the score. Our hats off to all those New York area skating fans. Their turnout at Shea Stadium under very poor weather conditions. A great turnout. Shows you how much they love their road. They're great people back there. We know that from meeting a lot of them personally. They get out and they back their chief club. Moving on a pack, number 11, Marcia Gibbs. Moving in with her. The Bombers in the play was Linda Antonio, who's been decked. Saunders moving up now to move on Tucker. Tucker still has got Marcia Gibbs under control, number 11. Saunders throws a right hand that misses. Woodberry on the track knocks down the Bomber girl skater at this end, Antonio. He just shoved her down. Look at Tucker skate out there. This gal's fantastic. No score on the playoff figure. 35-28, and Bob Woodberry's in this period more than he was in the other period. Don't forget, if you would like a game scheduled in your area and you have a gym at a high school or college or an arena that seats more than 2,500 people, write to bookings, Post Office Box 1827, Oakland, California 94604. Remember, a lot of places it might be an outdoor arena, and maybe in the summertime it's suitable. And your letters on this particular topic have seen games skated in many towns. Never had the game before. So if you know of an arena or gym in your area, send that card a letter right away. Here we go on the jam. Pulliam out there chasing a Rose Duran, number 15. Rose Duran, a very impressive skater for the Red Devils. 4:52 to go in this, the 7th period of play. Look out, Pulliam puts Duran down. And Monty helps her up and gives her a helmet, gives her a little whip. But catching the pack's Pulliam, talking to Margie Laszlo. They're moving on Ann Cavello. Cavello with an elbow block. Pulliam whipped by Laszlo, moving again. Duran coming up for the Red Devils. Laszlo will have to worry about her. And Pulliam is down again. Rose Duran blocked into the rail by Laszlo. Laszlo moving on. Cavello got her this time. 1 point, Pulliam. Moving now on Saunders. Saunders the block on Pulliam. Laszlo trying to get a shot in there at Pulliam. By Saunders, rather. Jam cut off. 1 point Bombers. That's the way it goes. And there is Pulliam getting it from Cavello. Skate in the ribs. 35-29, the Red Devils lead. 4:03 to go. And there's Ann Cavello. And she's been around a long time. She's still tough on that bank track. Folks in the East and the Chief Network, you'll see her in action. The rest of this Red Devil Club. A series in the summer series, 1 game only in each town. It's August 5th in Comac, New York at the Long Island Arena. August 6th, Binghamton, New York at the Brome County Memorial Arena. August 8th, Syracuse, New York, War Memorial Auditorium. August 9th, Glens Falls, New York, Glens Falls Senior High School Gym. August 11th, New York City at the Felt Forum, Madison Square Garden, small 4,000-seat building in Madison Square Garden. All seats are good, but remember, only 4,000 seats. So a lot of you fans are disappointed to get the August 11th game. Oh, 2 Red Devils left over there arguing with each other after Carol Penis-Meyer successfully outskated them. She's got the pack. There's a angle of skaters, and Carol can find any room. Here come the Red Devil Jammers. Oh! They shut him out. She got there for the Red Devils got there for 2 points before Carroll cut it off. And there we go on the other side. The Red Devils are fighting each other. They're just shutting their eyes and swinging. Saunders and Cavello shutting their eyes and swinging in there. Hammering away. And then Cavello. When they had 4 or 5 girls in a pile, they shut their eyes and all started swinging, and then Cavello and Saunders came out of there. Now Tucker's really giving them the works. He just gave it to Saunders after giving it to Cavello. Minutes to go in this period. 37-32 is now the score. The Red Devils on top, but they might lose Cavello and Saunders for this next jam. The other games in the East in that 1 summer series, August 12th, Troy, New York, RPI Fieldhouse. August 13th, Kingston, New York, Dietz Memorial Stadium. August 15th, Patterson, New Jersey at the Hinchcliffe Stadium. August 16th, Springfield, Massachusetts at the Civic Center. August 18th, the series will end with a game in Long Island at the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Many of the above arenas are air-conditioned. Remember, that'll be Bob Woodberry back there, and Cavello, Rosetta Saunders, Rose Duran, Wildman Bobby Seaver, Alfonso Reyes, Ken Money. Out on the jam, Catherine Shaw with Kathy Pulliam, 31. out there, and there are 3, 4, 5 Red Devils. Of course, you can't be penalized for hitting your teammate. But Pulliam controlling the jam. Even though they have 3 skaters out there and the Red Devils have 5, the Bombers are in charge of this jam. They're not in danger of being scored on, I would say, right now. 45 seconds left in the period, about 20 seconds left in the jam. Marge Laszlo with a whip here to Pulliam. To the legs. For one, and she cuts it off. Shaw goes to work on Pulliam. Shaw holding her and hitting her from behind. Referee holding his head back as he gets in there. He doesn't want to get clipped. 37-33 the score. 20 seconds left in this period. Look out. Tucker grabs Thomas as he can't get away from Laszlo, and they both go after her now. Boy, they batter her to the track. Bombers starting out to pay back a wild Red Devil club. That is the end of the 7th period of play. With the score, the Bay Area Bombers 33 and the Red Devils 37. Roller skating action coming your way from Kezar Pavilion, Golden Gate Park in the city of San Francisco. It's Walt Harris calling the action. The Red Devils and the Bombers. The Red Devils lead 37-33. We have 4 Bombers out there, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 Red Devils. Penalties drawn by the girls carry over into this period of play. Alfonso Reyes out on the jam with Charlie Turner. Moving behind Alfonso Reyes. Hammers in the block. Alfonso Reyes has the size in Charlie Turner. Charlie Turner has a giant heart. He'd like to make this Bomber club. He's skating here with Alvin Mallory out with an injury. Charlie O'Connell out with a virus tonight. Debbie Cho is out with an injury tonight. Alfonso Reyes spun around back there by Big Pete Boyd, number 36. Bob Woodberry, number 18, doing the blocking on Charlie Turner. Hammers with the knee, hits him with an arm. Pete Boyd slowing down Reyes. Both jammers have lost their helmets, but you can score without helmets. Turner being bounced around by Woodberry. Jim Cook tries to pull him by. Pete Boyd over. He throws him over the rail. Picked him up and threw him over. That'll be a penalty and a point on Woodberry. And Pete Boyd, the knee blocks on Reyes. Out on the floor he goes. A penalty each way or a point each way. They point one finger each way. You know, they could be saying 1 minute penalties or 1 point. There's illegal blocking. There should be points. And that's the case. Penalties each way and a point each way. Making the score now 38 for the Red Devils, 34 for the Bombers. Turner's really dazed out here in the floor. He doesn't even want the trainer's help. He's really rocky. The trainer's out here to try and give him a hand. He just pushed him away. He just really hurting. He's up on his skates now, though. James Paul trying to get out of the jam. Bobby Seaver, 13, blocking him out. Charlie Gibson, 17 on the jam. James Paul in pursuit. Bob Woodberry in the penalty box. Pete Boyd in the penalty box. Gibson skating, James Paul chasing him. Hey, Gibson working on James Paul now. This Gibson shows a lot of ability out there. A lot of experience for a man that doesn't have much. Cool performer. Jim Cook wearing the pivot helmet for the Bombers. The block on Gibson. Seaver upends James Paul. Wild man comes back. Seaver not jamming much tonight with that dislocated thumb. Woodberry on the track. Pete Boyd on the track. James Paul spun around. Cook blocking out Gibson. Bends him into the rail. There's James Paul up there again. They're battling. Woodberry, I think, was passing though. James Paul was blocking him. No, Paul was jamming. He's got a point. Let's put it that way. I think he has a point. Well, they say no score. But he went by Woodberry. So the score stays 38-34, 8:40 to go in this period. Both teams at full strength here for the next jam. Remember, we'll have an interview at the end of the game. On the jam, Bob Dansell moving here for the Bombers. Alfonso Reyes in pursuit for the Red Devils. So each team has a jammer out on the play. Action in the back, action on the jam. That's what you get in this great game. Dansell with the block, and Alfonso Reyes moves in front. 38-34 the score. Charlie Turner back there blocking Alfonso Reyes. Turner wears a jammer's helmet, but he's not out on this jam. He cannot score points. Bobby Seaver back there, a blocker, blocking out Bob Dansell of the Bombers. Woodberry takes a shot at Turner, and he's passed for the point. That's 1 point to Red Devils, and the jam is cut off by Alfonso Reyes. They settle for the 1. That makes the score now 39-34 for the Red Devils. Fresh jammers, JoJo Stafford, Charlie Gibson will jam this time for the Red Devils. James Paul and Tony Roman will jam for the Bombers. You got the personnel, you keep changing jammers. Every jam. 7 minutes to go in this period. James Paul gets out on the jam, and he's whipping out Pete Boyd. Bobby Seaver whips out JoJo Stafford, so here we go. Pete Boyd chasing JoJo Stafford. He cuts it off. He doesn't want any part of Pete Boyd, and with the 5-point lead, he can afford to do just that. Cut off the jam. Only the lead jammer can cut off the play, and that's that motion of the hands on the hips. So we'll have to have another jam here. Now 6:33 to go in this period. Pete Boyd stays in there as the pivot skater. Bob Woodberry, the pivot helmet for the Red Devils. Here we go. Same jammers as last play, because the jammers really didn't get out except for Stafford. James Paul is out again. Woodberry gives it to JoJo Stafford. He's chasing James Paul. James Paul has the lead. JoJo Stafford in pursuit. Pete Boyd blocking on Seaver, and here comes James Paul. He scores and cuts it off before Stafford can get in past Pete Boyd. 1 point at a time is going to be a tough job for the Bombers to overhaul the Red Devils. 39-35 the score. 4 points, 5:40 to go in this period. Don't forget to put your name on the mailing list and receive special advance scheduling information on games in your area. Send your name to mailing list, Post Office Box 1828, Oakland, California 94604. Get on the mailing list. Receive advance information on the games in your area. James Paul out on the jam. Mallory. Scratch over Charlie Turner, and he whipped out Pete Boyd. And it's Bob Woodberry in pursuit of Pete Boyd now. Boyd trying to get his butt back in the battle. Woodberry trying to make sure that he doesn't get that team back in the battle. So let's see what happens here. Woodberry closing ground on Pete Boyd. In trouble. Alfonso Reyes. Doing the blocking that time. Charlie Turner skating a great game. And he skates in the infield, lays a skate alongside Alfonso Reyes' head and puts him down again. 39-36, 4:35 to go in the game. Now it's 3 points. 1 point at a time, man. That's they're going to have to gamble, I think, sooner or later, with the time for 1 point cutting it off. Bombers have 4 skaters out there, but Turner after going to infield, I mentioned, put that skate alongside Alfonso Reyes' head. Hero's penalty. The Bombers have to do it with 4 now. James Paul gets out of there somehow, and he starts it for the Bombers. In pursuit of JoJo Stafford, though, a KG veteran. James Paul has been skating for several seasons, really coming into his own this year. Bob Woodberry back there to block. James Paul trying to watch both men at the same time. Down low. Going after Paul. Ball hits the rail to keep from being bounced over by Woodberry. Smart move by James Paul. 39-37 the score now. 3:35 to go in this game. The Bombers won this game. The series 6 games to 4. 39-37, 3:25 to go in the game. And Dansell and Turner will be the jammers for the Bombers. Tauscher and Alfonso Reyes for the Red Devils. And here we go again. With full strength. Alfonso Reyes is out on the jam. Orozco's chasing him. Oh, he's going to get whipped to Dansell. He's got up a little more speed. Dansell moving on. Reyes, who lets him go by. At this end of the track, Turner is down. Quickly by Woodberry. Woodberry being bounced around by Pete Boyd. Dansell moving. Goes by Woodberry and cuts it off. Pete Boyd did a fantastic job. He protected a fallen Turner who had been dumped by Woodberry. Slowed down Woodberry. Paved the way for that point. Pete Boyd. Great skating job. 39-38 the score. 2:35 to go in the game. Don't forget, we'll have an interview at the end of the game. Oh, there comes Dynamite Tony Roman. Chasing him, taking Charlie Gibson. Each team is one man out of the play. 2 minutes, 3 seconds to go in the game. It's a 1-point game now. The Red Devils on top. Bob Woodberry back to the block. Gil Orozco to lead the charge. The veteran star moving. Woodberry is stomping mad, and he goes on his face. Woodberry's hires for mad. He started to stomp. He's in the bank turn, and he took a header right on his face. 39 to score. A minute 40 to go in the game. Getting the pack organized again. .39, a minute 14 to go. This could be the last jam. We will have a sudden death overtime. Alfonso Reyes whipping out. Jojo Stafford on the play. He's out of there with a minute to go. 60 seconds exactly in the jam and in the game. No Bomber out of there yet. James Paul trying to get out. He cannot get out. Stafford is out of there. Pete Boyd working with Bob Woodberry, trying to move Woodberry out. He couldn't do the job at that time. Now on the inside, Jim Cook takes a shot. On the outside, Dynamite Turner. One of the fastest men in the world on the bank track. Probably the only man that can make Dynamite Mike Gammon of the Chiefs of New York step. Stafford has got the back. It's up to play. 1 point. He can cut it off. Hey! Boyd dumps. Roman dumped Stafford. Bomber's got another great chance here. A big pile on Roman. Tony. 3 points. He just sort of nonchalantly skated by and picked them up. That man's got a sense of humor. It was all there. All he had to do was go by, and so he sort of just nonchalantly drifted by and picked up the 3 points. Give the Bombers a great win here over the Red Devils to make the series stand now at 6 games for the Red Devils and 5 for the Bombers. The final score here, the Bombers 43 and the Red Devils 39. With me, Ann Cavello of the Red Devils, has been around many, many years. And Ann, they love you in Waterloo and they love you in Dubuque, but how about in the New York City area, in the New England states?
Well, Walt, I've been skating that area since 1948, and they hated me then, and I'm quite sure they hate me now, but it's just one of those things. I told you, I don't want to be liked.
Well, you're successful then, Ann. Now you're going to be skating a series against the Chiefs back there, the world champions. That means the world champion Chiefs.
Who are they, you know? They haven't met anyone until they met our Red Devil team.
Well, I tell you, you've got a collection of skaters out there that all like to skate rough.
Well, you want to know something, Walt? I was sitting in the dressing room the other night, and I just looked at all the girls, and I said to myself, I asked them how old they were. Not one of them were born when I started skating. So they got the oldest one in the roller derby, which I am active now that Ken Monty retired. He's a little older than me, which is our coach now, and he's been skating like 28 years. And all those girls, I got the youth, and they're great skaters coming up on the Red Devils.
You think that'll do you any good against Sandy Dunn and Judy McGuire and company?
Well, Sandy used to skate for me, That's how she got to be captain of her own team. I trained a lot of those girls, so I know how all skate. Judy, too, she used to skate for me. No one bothers me.
Even the fact that you taught them, don't you have a little sympathy for them? Aren't you going to go out and try and take it easy on your pupils?
You got to be kidding. This isn't a game where you take it easy. If I took it easy, I wouldn't be around for 25 years.
You've been hurt, though. You're limping here tonight.
Yes, I got kicked in my sore knee, but that's one of those things. That's all in the game. I don't worry about it.
So that you expect it can happen to you, and you're going to let it happen to somebody else when you can give it to them.
I'm out there to win the games. I even say, people say, well, my daughter, what would you do if she was out there skating? Well, just like Anna Jensen skates against her daughter, it's too bad. When you're out there, you're out there. If you think you're big enough to be out there, that's what separates, not separates the men from the boys, figuratively speaking, but that's where the old pros come from.
But let's face it now, when you go east and you skate against the Chiefs, they're the world champions. They've certainly started to dominate this league the last couple of years. How do you think the Red Devils will fare against that club?
I think we're going to fare against any club. I don't live what's happened in the past. The Chiefs didn't skate the Red Devils for the championship because our team wasn't organized then. I go for what's over, the game's over. I go for what's now.
So you think then that you're capable, the Red Devils are giving the Chiefs a real battle?
Between Ken Monty and myself and Bob Woodberry and the nice young team that we have, we're going to give everyone a run for their money.
You lead this series against Bombers 6-5 right now.
That's right.
Well, that's a pretty good head start, Ann. I guess you don't have any special plans for a team like that or a game like that. You go in there and you hope the fans dislike you, and if they don't, you're going to make them dislike you.
Oh, I don't have to make them. They hate me already.
Okay, Ann, well, I don't know whether I should wish you luck or not in that series against the Chiefs.
Since you're strictly a Bomber fan, what are you, a Chief fan now?
Well, you got to recognize ability, and the Chiefs have great ability on their
So
team.
do we. Don't underestimate us. We're great. You wait and see when we get through with that series.
Okay, thanks a lot, Ann.
All right, thank you all.
Ann Cavello, one of the all-time greats of roller skating action, is going to lead the Red Devils against the Chiefs in that big series coming up in the East. Well, the final score here again was the Bay Area Bombers 43 and the Red Devils 39. This Walt Harris speaking from Kezar Pavilion, Golden Gate Park in the city of San Francisco.